In the shadows of history, love often comes with a price. How much of yourself would you sacrifice for love? This tale unravels the mysteries of the heart, where desires are veiled and destinies intertwine. In a forgotten kingdom, a young woman named Ilera finds herself torn between her heart and her duty. Betrothed to a powerful lord, her heart secretly belongs to a humble artist named Kale, whose passionate paintings capture her soul. Ilara and Kale meet in secret, their love blossoming like wildflowers in a hidden garden. Each stolen moment deepens their bond, yet the weight of her impending marriage looms over them like a storm cloud. One fateful evening, as dusk fell, Ilara confides in Kale about her fears. She reveals the sacrifices expected of her and the love that has entwined her heart, igniting a fire within Kale to protect her. Kale vows to find a way to free her from her constraints. He immerses himself in his art, channeling every brushstroke into a plea for freedom and love, transforming their story into a masterpiece. As days pass, Ilara's heart races with the thrill of their secret and the fear of discovery. She attends lavish gatherings where her betrothal feels like a gilded cage, trapping her in a life devoid of true happiness. During a masquerade ball, Alara wears a mask that symbolizes her dual life. In the midst of revelry, she locks eyes with Kale, who is disguised as a gentleman, and the world fades away around them. In a whirlwind of dance and laughter, they share a fleeting moment that feels like a lifetime. Their hearts beat in unison, but reality intrudes, reminding them of the boundaries they cannot cross. But as the night draws to a close, so does their time together. Elara is swept away by her fiancé, leaving Kale with a heart full of anguish and a desperate resolve to change their fate. Determined to win her freedom, Kale embarks on a journey to seek the counsel of an ancient oracle. He learns that true love requires sacrifice and the path to happiness is fraught with peril. Meanwhile, Alara grapples with her emotions, torn between the life expected of her and the love she cannot forget. Each day brings her closer to a decision that could alter the course of her destiny. As Ilara contemplates her future, whispers of rebellion stir among the townsfolk. A group of brave souls, inspired by love and freedom, plans to rise against the oppressive forces that bind them all. Kale returns from his journey with newfound purpose and a plan to reunite with Alara. He believes that by joining the rebellion, they can pave the way to a future where their love can flourish unbound. On the eve of their rebellion, Kale sneaks into the castle to find Alara. Their reunion is bittersweet, filled with promises of freedom and the fear of what lies ahead. As dawn breaks, the rebels gather, ready to confront their oppressors. Elara stands alongside Kale, her heart pounding with courage and love, knowing that this battle could change everything. The clash of swords and cries of hope fill the air as the rebellion ignites. Elara fights not just for love, but for her own identity and freedom, embracing the power within her. In the midst of the chaos, Elara and Kale find each other, their love illuminating the darkness. They become symbols of hope, inspiring others to rise against oppression and fight for their desires. As the battle rages on, sacrifices are made, friends fall, and the price of freedom weighs heavy on their hearts. Elara realizes that love is not just about passion, but also about what one is willing to give up. With the tide of battle turning, Elara makes a choice that could change everything. In a moment of clarity, she steps forward to confront the powerful lord who once sought to control her life. The confrontation is charged with emotion as Elara declares her love for Kale, shattering the chains that bind her. Her voice rings out as a call for freedom, resonating with all who have suffered under tyranny. In that powerful moment, the rebels surge forward, emboldened by Alara's courage. The battle shifts, and a wave of hope sweeps through the fighters, fueled by love's unyielding strength. With a final push, the rebels claim victory. The oppressive lord is defeated, and the kingdom is liberated. Alara and Kale stand together knowing their sacrifice has changed their lives forever. In the aftermath, Alara reflects on the journey they undertook. Love, she realizes, is a tapestry woven with sacrifice, courage, and the unbreakable bonds of the heart. Kale stands beside her, sharing in the quiet beauty of their victory. They have fought not just for themselves, but for all who dare to love against the odds, and their hearts soar with hope for the future. Their love, once veiled in shadows, now shines brightly as a beacon for others. As they embrace their new life, they know that true love is worth every sacrifice made along the way. As they stepped into their new life, whispers of their past still lingered in the air. Shadows from their journey threatened to overshadow their joy, reminding them of the sacrifices made. Yet, amidst these memories, a flicker of hope ignited within their hearts. Together, they vowed to confront their fears, believing that love could transcend the darkest of histories. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of unspoken words hung between them. Their hearts, once so intertwined, now felt a subtle distance as doubts crept in. One evening, under the glow of the moon, they shared a tender moment, each longing to voice the fears that threatened to pull them apart. But the words remained unspoken, echoing in the silence of the night. In the midst of their struggles, a message arrived from an unexpected source, a friend from their past who had witnessed their trials. The letter spoke of hope, urging them to remember why they chose to fight for their love. It reminded them that sometimes the greatest sacrifices lead to the most profound connections, reigniting the flame of their passion. Inspired by the letter, the couple decided to revisit the places that had defined their love story. Each location was a reminder of their journey, from the first stolen kiss in the garden to the secret meetings by the river. As they walked hand in hand, laughter replaced the silence, and the burdens of their past began to lift, revealing the strength of their bond. But as they rekindled their love, shadows still loomed. A rival, envious of their connection, emerged from the dark. This figure, driven by jealousy, sought to disrupt their happiness, whispering lies and sowing seeds of doubt. The couple faced a new challenge, not just from within, but from a force that threatened to tear them apart once more. Confronted by the rival's deceit, the couple had to unite their strength. They held firm to their love, knowing that trust was their greatest weapon. In private moments, they reaffirmed their commitment. Each promise spoken was a shield against the darkness that sought to invade their hearts. Together, they would not falter, for they understood the sacrifices needed to protect their love. As the rivals' attempts grew bolder, the couple found solace in the unbreakable bond they shared. Late at night, they would whisper their dreams and fears, creating a sanctuary built on love and understanding. Every secret shared deepened their connection, fortifying their resolve against the external chaos that threatened them. With the arrival of spring, the couple decided to host a gathering, inviting their closest friends. This celebration was not only a testament to their love, but a declaration of their commitment to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As laughter filled the air, they danced together under the stars, each movement a promise of perseverance and unity. Yet, amidst the joy, the rival watched from afar, plotting their next move. Unbeknownst to the couple, their adversary had enlisted the help of an old acquaintance, one who knew their weaknesses. This new threat loomed closer, and the couple remained blissfully unaware, cherishing their moment while the clouds of danger gathered quietly on the horizon. As the weeks passed, the couple faced new trials. A rumor began to spread, fueled by jealousy and the rivals' machinations. Friends began to question their love, and doubt crept into their hearts once more. The couple, once so strong, now found themselves at a crossroads, unsure if their bond could withstand the weight of betrayal. In the face of adversity, the couple sought solace in their shared memories, recalling moments that had defined their love. They retreated to the places where they first found joy, determined to reignite the passion that had once burned so brightly. Each reminiscence acted as a balm, soothing their hearts and reminding them of the fire they had kindled together. As they rediscovered their love, they also recognized the importance of trust. Committed to overcoming the obstacles thrown in their path, they faced their fears head on. In a heartfelt conversation, they vowed to always communicate openly, knowing that vulnerability would be their greatest strength against the darkness that sought to divide them. With renewed determination, they decided to confront the rival, refusing to be victims of fear anymore. Together, they crafted a plan to reveal the truth, knowing that the power of their love would shield them against the lies. As they prepared for the confrontation, their hearts beat as one, ready to face whatever awaited them. The day of confrontation arrived, charged with tension and anticipation. As they faced the rival, words flew like arrows, sharp and biting. Each accusation was met with a steadfast defense, the couple standing firm together, their love illuminating the darkness around them. It became a battle not just for their love, but for their truth. As the confrontation escalated, the rival unleashed their final weapon, a painful secret from the couple's past, hoping to shatter their bond. But instead of crumbling, the couple turned to each other, their connection reinforcing their resolve. Love had built a foundation too strong to break, and together, they faced the storm. In that moment of turmoil, the couple chose transparency over fear. They shared their truth with each other, unraveling layers that had been hidden for too long. Vulnerability became their shield, and with each revelation, their bond deepened, transforming the darkness into a tapestry of love that only they could weave together. As the storm of confrontation passed, the rival found themselves outmatched by the couple's unwavering bond. Realizing their attempts to drive a wedge between them had failed, they retreated into the shadows. The couple emerged stronger, their love fortified by the trials they had faced, a new understanding blossoming between them. With newfound strength, the couple decided to harness their experiences to help others facing similar struggles. They began to share their story, creating a safe space for those in need of guidance. This commitment to support others transformed their love into a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for those who dared to love against the odds. As their influence grew, so did the challenges they faced. Critics emerged, questioning their motives and the authenticity of their love. Yet, through it all, the couple remained undeterred, their hearts steadfast in their mission. Each challenge only served to strengthen their resolve, proving that their love was grounded in truth and purpose. In a moment of quiet reflection, the couple found themselves alone once more, contemplating the journey that had brought them here. They understood that love required constant nurturing and sacrifice, and they were prepared to face whatever the future held. Together, they would navigate the uncharted waters of love, ready for whatever storm may come. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the landscape, the couple sat in silence, their eyes reflecting unspoken fears. The weight of their love felt heavier, knowing they were not merely fighting for their bond, but for the truth that had eluded them. Would the revelations they sought strengthen their hearts or tear them apart? Suddenly, a chill swept through the air, hinting at a storm gathering in the distance. They both felt it, a shift in fate that loomed over them like a dark cloud. It was in this moment of foreboding that a stranger approached, cloaked in mystery, offering information about the past that could change everything. The cloaked figure's voice was low and gravelly, filled with secrets long buried. I know of your bond and the trials you face, but be warned, the truth can sever ties just as easily as it can strengthen them. The couple exchanged uneasy glances, unsure of what to believe. What price would they pay for the truth? Ignoring the stranger's warning, they demanded to know more. What do you know about our past? They asked in unison. The figure smiled knowingly, eyes glinting. You seek answers, but understand every truth comes with sacrifice. Are you ready for the consequences that may follow? The stranger revealed tales of a forbidden love that echoed through history, one that had faced insurmountable obstacles. As the couple listened, they felt their own struggles mirrored in the narrative. Could their love endure the tests of time and truth? just as those before them had. With every story, their bond felt both fortified and threatened. They questioned if unveiling their past would strengthen their love or reveal cracks they could not mend. Would the love they had be enough to withstand the layers of betrayal and loyalty intertwined in their history? The cloaked figure, sensing their turmoil, spoke again. To know is to risk. To risk is to embrace love fully. But understand this: your affection must be tested. Only through sacrifice can you find clarity amid the chaos of your hearts. These words lingered in the air as they pondered their next move. Determined to discover the truth, they made their choice. "We will face whatever comes our way together," they declared. With newfound resolve, they ventured deeper into the forest, the weight of their decision pressing heavily upon them. Every step felt like a march towards destiny. As they journeyed, the forest seemed alive with whispers of the past, stories swirling around them like autumn leaves. Each rustle of the branches echoed the heartbeat of their shared experiences, reminding them of the love they fought so hard to keep alive. Then they stumbled upon an ancient stone archway, overgrown with vines and adorned with carvings that told tales of lovers lost and found. This was a place of power, where emotions had resonated through time. They paused, feeling the weight of history surround them. The couple entered the archway, stepping into a world shrouded in mystery. A soft glow revealed hidden messages etched into the stone. Each inscription spoke of sacrifices made for love, echoing the choices they now faced. This was a crossroads, and they were drawn to the path ahead. Tension filled the air as they read the words aloud, feeling the weight of those who had come before them. "Love is a battlefield where trust is forged through fire," they recited, realizing the truth in these ancient words. Could their love withstand such a trial? Suddenly, the ground beneath them trembled, as if the archway itself was reacting to their presence. A deep rumble echoed, and a hidden passage opened before their eyes. The path ahead was dark and uncertain, symbolizing the fears they both harbored about their future. As they stepped into the darkness, their hands tightly clasped, the air grew thick with anticipation. What awaited them was unknown, but the strength of their bond pulsed through their fingertips, a reminder that they were not alone in this journey. Inside, the passage twisted and turned, illuminated by occasional flickers of light that revealed fragments of their shared memories. Each flicker beckoned them to remember why they had chosen this path, a reminder of their love's resilience. Suddenly, the flickers began to coalesce, forming images of their most cherished moments together: laughter in the rain, quiet conversations by the fire, stolen kisses under the stars. Each memory was a testament to their journey and the love that had grown against all odds. The passage opened into a vast chamber, adorned with forgotten relics of love and loss. Here, echoes of past lovers lingered, their stories woven into the fabric of the space. The couple felt their presence, as if the room itself was alive with emotions. At the center of the chamber stood a pedestal with a heart-shaped stone pulsating with energy. The couple approached it, instinctively knowing it represented the choices they had yet to make, the sacrifices required for love's survival. Would they dare to touch it? With a shared gaze, they understood that this moment would define their path. They reached out together, fingertips brushing against the stone's surface, feeling an electric current surge through them. It was as if the stone was awakening their deepest desires and fears. In that instant, visions flooded their minds, fragments of futures both beautiful and dire. They witnessed the sacrifices they might face, the trials that could either unite them or tear them apart. The truth of their love was laid bare before them, raw and unfiltered. Overwhelmed, they pulled back, breathless from the intensity of the moment. The heart-shaped stone glowed brighter, as if urging them to make their choice. Would they embrace the uncertainty or retreat into the safety of ignorance? After what felt like an eternity, they exchanged a silent vow, their hearts beating in synchrony. They understood that love was not just a feeling, but a commitment to grow, to sacrifice, and to confront the shadows of their past together. Taking a deep breath, they reached out again, this time with conviction. As their fingers brushed the stone, a surge of warmth enveloped them, illuminating the chamber and filling their hearts with a sense of clarity and purpose. They were ready to face whatever came next. In that moment, the chamber reverberated with energy, and the ancient stories began to reveal themselves. The walls shimmered, projecting visions of lovers who had sacrificed everything for their love, each tale a testament to the power of devotion and commitment. As the stories unfolded, they witnessed battles fought and bridges burned, moments of vulnerability and triumph. Each story resonated deeply within them, igniting a fire of determination to face their own demons and not shy away from the challenges ahead. Finally, the chamber fell silent, leaving them alone to reflect on the weight of their choices. The heart-shaped stone before them now pulsed with a calming energy, offering reassurance that they were not alone in this journey. They had allies in the spirits of those who loved before. With a newfound understanding, they turned back toward the entrance of the chamber, hearts steeled for whatever awaited them. As they retraced their steps through the winding passage, the flickering memories seemed to guide them, reminding them of their enduring love. Emerging from the archway, they were met with the full force of the storm outside. Rain poured down in torrents, yet they stood unyielding. The tempest mirrored their inner turmoil, a reminder that the path of love was often fraught with challenges. With determination, they stepped forward into the storm, feeling it wash over them. Each drop felt like a cleansing, purging their fears and doubts. Together, they moved as one, ready to confront whatever awaited them in the chaos of the world beyond. As they moved through the tempest, flashes of lightning illuminated their path, casting dramatic shadows. Each strike reminded them of the power they held, the ability to shape their destiny, and the strength of their love to withstand any storm. At the heart of the downpour, they found shelter under a large oak tree, its branches offering respite from the rain. They paused to catch their breath, realizing how far they had come and how much they were willing to sacrifice for each other. Under the shelter, they gazed into each other's eyes, the storm outside fading into the background. Here, in this moment, they felt invincible, their love a fortress against the chaos of the world. They whispered promises of unwavering support and loyalty, sealing their bond. Then, as if the universe was responding, the storm began to lighten, the rain softening to a gentle drizzle. The couple stepped out from under the tree, hands intertwined, feeling renewed and revitalized. Together, they could conquer anything. With the remnants of the storm behind them, they ventured onward, guided by a sense of purpose. Their hearts beat in synchrony, stronger than ever, as they sought answers and connections that would shape their future together. As they left the forest behind, they entered a quaint village, its cobblestone streets alive with the laughter of children and the warmth of community. Here, they found a sense of belonging, a reminder that love thrived in connection and shared experiences. They wandered through the village, absorbing the sights and sounds, but their hearts remained focused on the mysteries they needed to unravel. Each glance shared between them reignited their courage, fueling their resolve to uncover the truth of their past. At the village square, they stumbled upon an old woman selling ancient artifacts. Her eyes seemed to hold countless stories, and as they approached, a shiver of recognition passed through them. Perhaps she held the key to their past and the path forward. The woman greeted them with a knowing smile, as if she had been waiting for them. "Love is a journey," she said softly, "but it is also a choice. Each artifact has a story, just as you both have a story that is waiting to be told." Her words resonated deep within them. She gestured to an intricately carved pendant, its surface glinting with promise. This pendant belonged to a lover who sacrificed everything to be with their beloved. It is said to offer clarity in times of turmoil and remind the wearer of their true desires. With a sense of urgency, the couple exchanged glances, feeling the weight of the woman's words. They knew they had to make a choice, not just about the pendant, but about their future. Would they embrace the journey ahead or retreat into the safety of the past? With resolute hearts, they chose the pendant, understanding it represented their commitment to each other and the sacrifices they were willing to make. The old woman smiled knowingly, wrapping the pendant carefully in cloth, as if sealing their fate with her blessing. As they left the village, the pendant felt warm against their skin, a constant reminder of their vows and the journey still ahead. They were ready to face the trials that would test their love, armed with the wisdom of those who had loved before them. Their path led them toward a distant mountain, shrouded in mist and mystery. As they approached, uncertainty crept back in, and they paused once more, feeling the weight of the choices that lingered before them. What awaited at the summit? Together, they took a deep breath, their fingers entwined, and began their ascent. With each step, they reaffirmed their commitment to love, to sacrifice, and to the journey that lay ahead, knowing that their greatest challenges were still to come. As they climbed higher, the mist began to clear, revealing breathtaking vistas that stretched across the horizon. With each view, they felt a sense of hope and possibility, reminding them that love was worth every trial and sacrifice they would face together on this journey. As the couple stood on the precipice of the cliff, the wind whipped around them, carrying whispers of their past. Each gust seemed to echo the unspoken fears that lingered in the air. They exchanged glances, knowing that the horizon ahead held both promise and peril. Would they dare to leap into the unknown, hand in hand? Determined to uncover the truth behind the ancient relic they had found, they descended into the valley, where shadows danced under the flickering light of dusk. Legends spoke of a guardian spirit that protected secrets of the heart, a presence they hoped would guide them. As they ventured further, their hearts raced with anticipation. Suddenly, a rustling in the underbrush caught their attention, and they froze. Out stepped a figure cloaked in a tattered shawl, eyes glimmering with ancient wisdom. "You seek what lies beyond your understanding," the figure spoke, their voice low and melodic. "But be warned, love demands a price." The couple shared a worried look, feeling the weight of the figure's words. "What must we give up?" they asked in unison. Hope and fear entwined in their voices. The figure smiled faintly, revealing a missing tooth, and whispered, "Your deepest desires may become your greatest burdens." With that, the figure gestured toward an ancient tree, its roots twisted like the complexities of love. "These roots hold the knowledge you seek," they said. The couple approached the tree, its gnarled branches reaching toward the sky as if pleading for release. What would they learn here? As they touched the rough bark, visions flooded their minds. Memories not their own, but lives lived in passion and pain. They witnessed lovers torn apart by fate, choices made with heavy hearts, and sacrifices that echo through the ages. Each vision tugged at their souls, igniting a fire of determination within. The last vision lingered longer, revealing a choice that changed everything, a decision made for love that resulted in separation. Tears streamed down the couple's faces as they realized the depths of sacrifice required to keep their love alive. Would they face the same fate? Determined not to fall victim to fate's cruel hand, they retreated from the tree, the weight of the visions heavy on their hearts. "We will choose differently," they vowed to each other, forging a pact stronger than any curse. Their love would prevail, but at what cost? With renewed resolve, they continued their journey through the valley, shadows growing long as the sun dipped below the horizon. Each step echoed their determination. The earth seemed to whisper encouragement beneath their feet. The promise of love ignited a fire within them, guiding them forward. As night fell, the valley transformed into a realm of starlit wonder, illuminating the path ahead. They paused to gaze at the constellations, each star twinkling like a promise made. In that moment, they understood that the universe conspired to support their love, yet challenges still awaited. Suddenly, a chilling howl pierced the silence, sending shivers down their spines. Fear crept in, but they refused to be driven apart. "We can face anything together," they declared, their voices firm against the night. Love was their shield, even against the darkness that loomed. As the howling subsided, they pressed on, the air thick with anticipation. The valley opened up to a glimmering lake, its surface shimmering like glass. Stories of the lake's magical properties filled their minds. It was said to reveal the truth of one's heart. Would they dare to look? Hand in hand, they approached the water's edge, peering into the depths that held their reflection, and more. As they gazed, the waters began to swirl, revealing glimpses of passion, joy, and hidden fears. Would they be brave enough to confront what lay beneath? The lake's surface rippled, pulling them into a vision of their life together, moments of laughter intertwined with shadows of doubt. They saw a future filled with love, yet marred by the specter of sacrifice. How much would they truly be willing to give for their bond? With hearts pounding, they reached for each other, reinforcing their commitment. "No matter the cost, we will fight for our love," they vowed, sealing their promise beneath the starlit sky. The lake shimmered as if it understood, offering a silent blessing on their oath. However, as they turned to leave, a figure emerged from the shadows, a guardian of the lake with eyes like molten gold. "You have seen the truth, but the journey is far from over," they warned, their presence both intimidating and awe-inspiring. "What you seek requires sacrifice." The couple exchanged nervous glances, feeling the weight of the guardian's words. "What must we do?" they asked, courage rising within them. The guardian's gaze softened slightly. "Each of you must confront your own fears, for only then can your love shine without shadow." They understood the challenge ahead. Each must face their own darkness. The guardian stepped aside, revealing a hidden path that wound around the lake. "Follow this path and you will find what you seek. But remember, the heart's desires can be both a blessing and a curse." Together, they took a deep breath and stepped onto the path, knowing it would lead them to a deeper understanding of themselves. As they walked, the air thickened with magic, each step resonating with their heartbeat. Could they uncover the truth of their desires? The path began to twist and turn, revealing glimpses of their pasts, moments of joy but also of regret. Each bend brought forth memories of choices made and paths not taken. Would these revelations strengthen their bond or tear them apart? With each step, they could feel their fears rising to the surface. The shadows of doubt whispered in their ears, reminding them of their insecurities. "We are stronger than our fears," one declared, gripping the other's hand tighter, ready to face the darkness together. Suddenly, the path opened to a clearing, revealing a radiant white light at its center. The light pulsed like a heartbeat, inviting them closer. They exchanged looks filled with hope and apprehension. What would this light reveal about their true desires? As they stepped into the light, a warmth enveloped them, and they felt their fears dissipate. Visions of their deepest desires surrounded them. A home filled with laughter, a garden blooming with love. Would they be willing to sacrifice their pasts to reach this paradise? But the light also revealed shadows, fears of failure, heartache, and loss. They realized that to pursue their dreams, they had to confront these shadows head on. "We cannot run from our past," one whispered, their voice steady yet tremulous. "We must embrace it." In that moment of revelation, they grasped each other tightly, drawing strength from their bond. "Together, we can face whatever comes our way," they vowed, illuminating the darkness surrounding them. The light pulsed brighter, as if in agreement, reflecting their united resolve. Yet their commitment was soon tested as a figure materialized from the shadows, an embodiment of their doubts. "Do you truly believe love can conquer all?" it taunted, a smirk playing on its lips. "What happens when the sacrifices become too great?" The couple stood firm, hearts racing as they faced the embodiment of their fears. "We believe in love," they shouted in unison, voices ringing with determination. Love, they knew, was not just a feeling but a powerful force capable of transcending any challenge. With a flick of its wrist, the figure unleashed a torrent of memories, painful moments that threatened to overwhelm them. But the couple held tight, drawing on their love as a shield against the waves of doubt. "We are stronger than our past," they vowed, defying the darkness. The shadowy figure recoiled, frustrated by their unwavering belief. "You think love can protect you? Sacrifices will test your bond," it hissed, retreating into the darkness. The couple, breathing heavily, felt the weight of its words but remained resolute in their commitment. As the figure vanished, the light began to fade, leaving them in a dim twilight. "We must keep our light alive," one urged, determination glowing in their eyes. Together, they gathered their strength, ready to bridge the gap between their desires and the sacrifices required to fulfill them. Reinvigorated, they pressed onward, determined to confront whatever awaited them. The path twisted again, revealing a fork leading in two directions. "Which way shall we go?" one pondered, knowing each path held its own trials and truths. After a moment of contemplation, they chose the path to the left, sensing it held the promise of revelation. Each step echoed with uncertainty, yet resolve filled the air. Would this choice lead them closer to the truth they sought? As they ventured deeper, the trees thickened and the air grew heavy with emotion. Whispers of past lovers floated on the breeze, their stories intertwining with the couple's journey. "We're not alone in this," one whispered, comforted by the presence of those who came before. Soon, they stumbled upon a clearing filled with vibrant flowers, each petal symbolizing a different love story. The couple knelt to touch the blossoms, feeling the energy of countless journeys. "These stories are our heritage," one said, realizing the weight of love across generations. As they marveled at the beauty around them, an elderly woman appeared, her face lined with wisdom and her eyes twinkling. "You seek what many have sought," she said. "The truth of your hearts. Are you prepared for the sacrifices required?" The couple exchanged a knowing glance, their minds racing with the implications of her words. "We are ready to face whatever it takes," they declared in unison, their resolve shining as brightly as the flowers around them. Would this be the moment their true journey began? The elderly woman smiled, her face softening. "Then follow me," she beckoned, leading them toward a path woven with flowers. Each step forward felt like a step deeper into their destinies. What awaited them at the end of this path? As they walked, the surroundings began to shift, creating a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds. Each flower they brushed against released fragrant memories of love, laughter, and heartache. They felt their own stories intertwining with those that bloomed around them. In the distance, a radiant light beckoned, pulsing with energy. The elderly woman paused, turning to them with a serious expression. "Remember, the path you choose may not always be easy, but it will reveal the essence of your love." With renewed determination, they pressed on, feeling the weight of their choices. "We will embrace whatever comes," they vowed, voices steady against the uncertainty. Love demanded their strength, but together they felt invincible. As they approached the radiant light, they felt a rush of warmth enveloping them, dispelling the cold doubts that lingered. It felt like a sanctuary where love could thrive, a place where their hearts could finally be free. But freedom often comes with its own challenges. Suddenly, the light flared, revealing visions of their future, moments of joy, trials, and sacrifices yet to come. Each choice, each sacrifice will shape our love. One realized, heart racing with the weight of understanding. What would they be willing to endure? They exchanged a knowing look, hearts beating in sync. "We must be ready to face it all." Together, they affirmed, voices filled with conviction. The light pulsed gently, as if acknowledging their commitment to embrace the journey ahead. Before they could take another step, a figure emerged from the light, a mirror image of their deepest fears. "You cannot escape me," it taunted, reflecting their insecurities. In this moment, they realized they could only conquer their fears together. "We are not afraid," they shouted in unison, voices echoing with resolve. The shadows around them began to fade, absorbing their declaration of strength. Together, they stepped forward, ready to embrace whatever awaited them, their love lighting the path ahead. They felt the warmth of the light envelop them, transforming fear into strength. As they walked hand in hand, the path ahead began to shimmer with possibilities. Each step forward was a testament to their love and the sacrifices they were willing to make. And as the journey continued, they understood that each sacrifice would only deepen their connection. Love, they realized, was not just grand gestures, but also the quiet moments of understanding and support that flourished between them. With newfound clarity, they approached a crossroads where paths diverged. Each path represented a different choice, a step toward their desires or their fears. Which path will lead us to our truth? They pondered, knowing the answer lay within their hearts. After a moment of silence, they chose the path that shimmered with light, knowing it embodied hope and possibility. The choice filled them with energy, rekindling their determination as they stepped forward, united in their quest for love. As they ventured forth, the atmosphere shifted, charged with anticipation. They could feel the weight of their decisions, each step resonating with purpose. Love was guiding them to face the unknown, a journey still unfolding before them. Suddenly, the path opened into a vast meadow, filled with blossoms of every color, radiant under the sun's embrace. This place felt like a sanctuary, a moment to pause and reflect on the journey they had undertaken together. How far had they come? They knelt to touch the flowers, feeling the life pulsing beneath their fingers. Each bloom held a story, a testament to love's resilience. Let these flowers remind us of the beauty in our journey and the sacrifices we've made. One whispered, inspiration blooming within them. As they rose, a gentle breeze swept through the meadow, carrying with it the scent of possibility. "We are just beginning," they said, hand in hand, ready to embrace the challenges still to come. The journey was far from over, each moment intricately woven with love. With hearts lightened, they set forth once more, knowing that each step held the potential for growth. The meadow faded behind them, but the spirit of love remained, guiding them toward their next adventure. What awaited them just beyond the horizon? As they continued, the landscape transformed, revealing a rocky terrain that tested their resolve. With every step, they had to support each other, knowing that love required endurance. How much could they withstand together? Overcoming the obstacles, they reached a high vantage point. The view was breathtaking, a panorama of valleys and rivers that stirred their hearts. In that moment, they understood that the sacrifices made had led them to this beauty, a reward of love's journey. Yet, as they admired the scenery, the winds began to howl again, bringing with it a chill that seeped into their bones. A reminder that love, while beautiful, was not without its trials. Would they weather this storm together, or would it tear them apart? "We will face this together," they declared, their voices rising above the wind, intertwining like the branches of the ancient trees below. The storm was fierce, but their love burned brightly within them, a beacon of warmth in the cold. With unwavering determination, they descended the rocky path, each step a testament to their commitment. The storm raged around them, but they moved as one, hearts in sync, undeterred by the obstacles before them. Each sacrifice was a step closer to their truth. Upon reaching lower ground, the sun broke through the clouds, casting a soft glow on their path. A sign of hope, a reminder that after every storm, clarity follows. "We can weather anything," one said, pulling the other closer, a symbol of their union. With renewed spirits, they walked hand in hand, believing that their love could overcome any challenge. The world around them came alive, each step resonating with purpose. They felt invincible, ready for whatever awaited them at the journey's end. Suddenly, they encountered a majestic waterfall, cascading down into a crystal clear pool below. The sight was breathtaking, and they could feel the energy of love radiating from the water. It was a moment to celebrate their journey, but also to reflect on the sacrifices made. They approached the pool, its surface shimmering with the reflections of their past and the future ahead. This water holds the essence of our journey, one mused, feeling the pull of the memories. They understood the importance of honoring their sacrifices. In that moment, they cupped their hands and sipped from the cool water. It was invigorating, filling them with strength for the journey ahead. This is a new beginning, they declared, ready to embrace the next chapter of their love story and its unfolding mysteries. As they stood together, looking out over the landscape, they felt a profound sense of love and commitment. Their journey was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever lay ahead, hand in hand, with hearts full of hope and dreams yet to be realized.